all Filipino radio. PinoyRadio.com. PinoyRadio.com. This year, we'll never get short of surprises. In fact, we step up the game. Hashtag Level Up Goals. The finest hits, outstanding shows, remarkable events. Mina Cancer Broadcasting Network Incorporated. This is PinoyRadio.com. Love it. Let's face it, money matters at iba pa. All we need is 60 minutes, but learning is beyond an hour of listening. Money matters at iba pa. We'll provide you with the tools and ideas so you can make it on your own. Listen and learn from the experts. This is Money Matters at iba pa, hosted by Danny Urbilio. Mapapakinggan sa PinoyRadio.com at mapapanood sa MCBN.tv. Money Matters at iba pa. Linggo, ganap na 3:00 ng hapon. Mga kababayan, narito na sila. Kaya't ating simulan na. This is Money Matters at iba pa.
Okay na tayo? Alright, good afternoon to our global listeners once again. Welcome to Money Matters at iba pa. Magandang hapon. Medyo makulimlim ang panahon sa labas ngayon. Medyo malungkot sa labas eh. But anyway, my name is Danny Urbillo, Danny Almudal Urbillo, and it's the 30th day of April 2017. Today is the last day of April. And medyo ano tayo ngayon? Kukunti lang tayo dito sa studio ngayon dahil wala si Tita Agnes. But we have a special guest na introduce natin maya-maya lamang po. And we are special people with special cause and blessed with special mission to all the people out there to spread the word of financial education. And today is the continuation of our discussion about insurance products. And we're still going to be talking about the frequently asked questions, kung meron man po, about life insurance. And of course, for the benefit of our listening public, we will discuss insurance products in particular. Okay, so when we talk about insurance products, we talk about life insurance and other supplemental products. Kung may panahon tayo ngayon, isasama natin yung other supplemental products that our company, WFG in particular, is offering a solution to our clients' insurance needs. So abangan niyo po yan, and we promise that right after this episode, I hope you guys will all have different mindset about this need, insurance need, so to speak. Okay? And that is why today, we have a special guest in our program. She had been with WFG for several years, had opened her own WFG office recently. A good friend of ours, Florence de Guzman.
Good
Florence,
afternoon.
yeah, kumusta
Good
ka na?
afternoon, everyone. Okay po.
Mhm.
Ayos tayo dito ngayon. This is a great opportunity that you guys had invited me to come over and be a part of Money Matters.
Aha.
I know that the mission that we have to really spread out there is for people to really understand how to protect their family properly. That's part
okay.
of financial literacy.
Well, unang-una, thank you so much for gracing our program today, although it was a short notice. But you know what? Nandito ka, I'm pretty sure we're gonna have an excellent episode today. Okay? So, we are honored na napagbigyan mo kami, Florence. I know you're a little bit under the weather, so okay ka na ba?
Yes.
Okay ka
I'm
na?
good.
Okay. Oh, medyo umokay sound natin. Ryan, ano? Okay na ba? Aha.
Ito yung aircon eh.
Kaya pala may buzzing sound sa background. Anyway, so in behalf of Money Matters sa iba pa, I would like to thank you again sa pagbibigay mo sa amin. I know medyo matagal-tagal ka na rin sa industriya, and I know that you will be an excellent resource person when it comes to properly protecting ourselves and our families. And of course, I would like to welcome back Ryan Pepper.
Hi there.
Wala na jet lag at wala na rin siyang sakit.
Kakawala lang 2 days ago.
Kakawala lang.
Pero yung
Aha.
umuubo pa. Pero medyo tolerable.
Yeah, but Ryan, by the way, just came from holiday in Philippines. Kumusta yung
Wow.
bakasyon mo doon?
Napakasarap na
Napakasarap.
napakainit.
Aha.
Yan.
Napakainit pa rin.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh.
Sobra.
I think
Parang
mas-
heater eh. Alam mo, first time ko naka-experience sa paglabas ng room, gumaganon sa'yo yung init.
Sinusunda ka ng heater, ano? Di ba sabi ko sa'yo, parang may nakasunod sa'yo yung heater, eh. Saan ka magpunta. But anyway, I hope you had a great time.
Yeah,
Aha.
I did.
Aha.
And-
At saka, mukhang
I wanna
namasyal
go
ba
back
kayo doon?
there anytime. Parang
Oh, yeah?
gusto ko bumalik ulit.
Yeah.
Like parang bitin eh. Bitin yung almost a month, pero
Mhm.
masaya naman kahit pa paano.
Yeah. Alam mo mangyari doon, pag uwi ko doon, in 2 weeks time, mas lalong mainit yata, eh, no?
Oh, yeah, summer na.
Summer na. Well, anyway, our producer, Tita Agnes Miranda, is not with us today, but I just like to reiterate and encourage our friends and colleagues to cast your vote for Tita Agnes' inclusion in the top 25 Outstanding Canadian Immigrants Award from RBC Canada. Voting in line or online is up until May 22nd, 2017. Alam mo ba to,
Yes.
Florence?
And I voted for her.
Oh, you
make
did?
sure we
Okay.
will continue.
So
to
that's
rally
good.
that.
So that's
Yes.
good. Everybody. So those who have not voted yet, you still have the chance by logging in to http://rbctop25.com to vote. Again, this award is RBC's annual recognition of Canadian immigrants who have exemplary contributed their talents, their resources, and their compassion to the betterment of every diverse communities and ethnicities in the entire country of Canada. So please vote and support Tita Agnes Miranda. And I also would like to thank you, Jean Pardo and Karen Binada of PIDC Philippines and the Independence Day Council organization for the initiative. Tumulong lang po tayo doon para, to spread the word. Okay? But anyway, congratulations to participants and who graduated from the workshop yesterday at 16 Harris Steeles Avenue Financial Education Center. Special mention to Louis Chang, Richard Nguyen, and Christine Haynes for completing the entire sets of 5 workshop modules. Kayo ba, Florence, sa opisina nyo, meron na kayong workshop?
We are going to start to launch the workshop. Right now, all my ECBs and trainers nag-a-attend ng ibang locations.
I see.
So we can learn and then bring it to our office.
Oh, that's
Yes.
excellent. That's
Yeah.
excellent. And there was a good turnout ng ating workshop kahapon. Although, ang workshop kahapon is minove lang namin from Sunday to Saturday. Kasi nga, Sunday, ngayong araw na to, medyo tight ang schedule ng karamihan. So we move it back to Saturday. But anyway, we will announce and we will boost an email next week as to when the next workshop for the month of May will be scheduled on. So watch out for the schedule so you guys can participate. And just a reminder to everyone that we are currently streaming live on Facebook. We are on Twitter, YouTube as well. Ano pa yun, Ryan? Ano pa yung isa?
Daily Motion?
Daily Emotion?
Daily Motion?
Daily Emotion.
Pwede na rin emotion.
Daily Emotion eh.
Daily Motion.
Bago ba yung Daily
Daily Motion,
Motion?
Daily Notion. Daily Motion, no? Daily Motion.
Daily
Yeah,
M.
Daily.
Motion. Okay. And we are on demand in case you don't have the chance to watch us live. We are on demand at Manny Matters Adibapa page sa Facebook, Florence, on PinoyRadio.com and CBN TV. So you
And
can
Twitter,
miss
via
us sa Twitter.
Periscope.
Periscope. Yeah.
Wow.
Periscope. So you can encourage your team right after the show. Pwede niyong panoorin. Yung hindi nakakapanood sa atin ng live ngayon, pwede nilang panoorin.
Pero kung gusto nila talaga nilang live na live talaga, dito sa bintana, telescope naman yun, telescope.
Dito sa Intana. Telescope.
Ayun na, bukas
Wala
yung bintana
makita
natin
dyan
dito.
eh.
Akit sila sa tower.
Well, anyway, remember, this is our way, the WFG way, and Tita Agnes way of giving back to the community by sharing our expertise on financial education and of course, a lot more. Kaya ang title ng ating show is Money Matters at Iba Pa. Yung at Iba Pa is a lot more, di ba? Okay, so DWCL, Divine Word College of Legazpi, Legazpi City, Philippines, Engineering Class Batch 1989. Reunion is on May 2021, 2017. There will be a tour to the 3rd District of Albay on the first day and on towards the Caglaray Island or the Misibis Bay Resort, where the group will stay for the night. The second day of the reunion will be the exciting island hopping in the areas of Albay. I think just Albay. After which, a final dinner will follow. So shirts are being printed so mga sa nakikinig nakabatch natin ngayon. If you are thinking of joining, think no more. Just get in touch with us here on Facebook and be part of the fun. Of course, happy birthday to my dear father,
Oh,
Happy birthday.
Pedro Orbillo Sr. Pero we celebrated his birthday yesterday at the park. And you know what? Kung hindi siya namatay in 1986, 86 years old na siya sana ngayon. But anyway, wherever you are, happy birthday, Mr. Orbillo. And we love you and we have not forgotten you. Also, happy birthday to Cecile Cunesala Santiago. Batiin natin ang
Oh,
ating
happy
kaibigan.
birthday, Cecile.
Yeah.
How young are you?
Welcome to the golden years era.
I guess so.
Si Cecile. Okay. Congratulations also to Kiara Fina, yung Tita Agnes granddaughter. Her granddaughter is currently in Buffalo competing in a dance competition. So guess what? Tita Agnes is right now a dance grandma.
Wow.
Supporting
Good for
Kiara. And I heard Kiara already won several dance categories, pero alamin natin ang detalye pagbalik ni Tita Agnes, o kung may chance tayo mamaya, tatawagan natin, phone patch natin si Tita Agnes that na currently nasa Buffalo siya. Okay? So in the meantime, sa pagbabalik po ng Money Matters sa Adi Papa, kikilalanin natin ang ating panauhin sa araw na ito. Walang iba kundi si Florence de Guzman.
Thank
When
you.
Money Matters Adi Papa returns.
Marami pang makabulang usapan pagkalipas ng ilang patastas.
What does it take to realize your dreams? To get you there, a vision and positive steps. The same goes to your financial future. At World Financial Group, we help middle-income families identify their dreams. We help them take action to get where they want to go. Whether it's retiring early, buying a home, or sending your children to college, it's never too early to start working towards your dreams. So I suggest you call Agnes Miranda today. Telephone number 905-760-8677 or at 416-702-9693. To secure your family's future, think of World Financial Group.
It was at a time like this when the idea was born and was put into motion. Who would have thought? Akalain mo, 6 na taon na tayo. And as they say, time flies when you're having fun. At yan mga kababayan, ang dahilan kung bakit tayo muling magdiriwang. It's all about the news, entertainment, and more. Sa darating pang maraming taon, patuloy na magsisilbi sa bawat OFW at mga Pilipino sa buong mundo. To the first member of MCBN Media Group, happy anniversary, Pinoy Radio. 6 great years and loving it. Muli natin balikan si Danny sa Money Matters at iba pa.
Money Matters sa Adi Papa returns. Does money really matter? Bakit bill na puputol, right? Ganun ba talaga yun?
Napuputol ba?
Yeah, Yeah, anyway, we believe that education has no limitations, so please don't say no to the gift of free education. Avail of the free copy of the Saving Your Future book. We're giving it out for free as part of our national campaign for financial literacy. And of course, I would like to reiterate that the WFG Financial Education Center at 1600 Steeles Avenue is inviting you all to our financial workshops. Part of what we teach in our free training sessions are a lot of things, okay? Including building a strong financial foundation, savings, etc., etc. And we hold classes to provide knowledge, strategies, and solutions in all major areas of financial services, okay? So these trainings are open to all associates or non-members of WFG, licensed and non-licensed, old and young. Everyone is welcome to attend. And our next schedule will be announced soon. And I think ang schedule natin, Florence, if you want to join, encourage your team, is going to be on May 13. That is a Saturday. So it's either we hold it in 2 sessions or we split the sessions, May 13 and May 20. Okay? So, and remember that this workshop is happening all over Canada. Hindi lang po sa 1600 nangyayaring workshops na to. Just check out other WFG centers for their workshop schedules because it's not happening only in Canada. It's also happening in the States. Okay? So, Florence, kumusta ka na?
Ayos lang, Danny.
Thank you once again sa pagpapaunlak mo sa amin. But way back in 2008, when I first started with World Financial Group, I already been hearing your name among the top producers or top recruiters within the super team of Agnes Miranda. And then myself and Winston, remember Winston?
Yes.
Winston Coniga, got a chance to get to know you guys, including your husband Gary and your son Cesar during my first ever trip to Hawaii for a WSB convention. Remember, we went to Luau together, and then there was an incident about the eyeglasses.
That's right. I took your eyeglasses. I wondered how
Do
you
you
can
still
see without
remember
it.
that?
Yeah.
Anyway, so how did your journey start with World Financial Group? Can
Yeah.
you share it with us?
Sure. Just very quick about my background. Actually, of course, I came in here in 1989 as a caregiver.
Sa Canada?
Yeah, sa Canada. of course, we're here to look for a better future, greener pastures, sabi nila. So, when I started, syempre, caregiver ka, wala
Yes.
ka pang papel, pero I was looking forward. Someday I could own a business. Kaya, it's an opportunity na I cannot even describe how thankful I am now that I'm in WFG kasi ito yung talagang nakapagbago ng buhay namin.
Pero paano ka napunta sa WFG?
Actually, one of the ladies na nagbibinta ng kaldero, because I was in a cookware company, guys, I'm always in sales and I love sales. Although I was a caregiver, I was also doing a part-time selling cookware. And one of the ladies there is my recruit to sell the cookware, but she was the lady who left the company first from the cookware to WFG. So, in-encourage niya akong mag-join ng WFG, but I did not join. It took her a year.
Oh, a
bago
year?
talaga ako pumunta dahil
Ganun
ayoko
ba yun?
magbibinta ng insurance dahil ang alam ko ayoko na maging ahente. Yan. And
Okay,
then we'll be
yeah,
forcing people to buy stuff that, it's hard to sell. Pero hindi ko naintindihan na iyon pala ang company na magbigay sa akin ng 6-figure income. It's like a dream come true to retire my husband as a full-time nurse,
But how did you finally give in dun sa lady na nag-invite you
Actually,
sa WFG?
hindi ko siya sinabihang no when she was inviting me, Danny.
Okay.
I just said to her at that time I wasn't ready. Dahil
Okay.
every Saturday, of course, I do house cleaning and stuff like that. I had no time na mag-attend ng kanilang meeting.
Wow.
But then I realized that I was sick and tired of my job, a
Okay.
full-time job.
Mhm.
In fact, because of stress, I had 2 miscarriages in that job. So I finally decided to quit my job and then call the lady and I said to her that now I'm ready to attend your seminar
Oh.
and listen about
Intend,
WFG. Yes. So when I sat down there and they talk about asking about if we have a lot of money problems and stuff like that, do we have a lot of debts, stuff like that, I realized that yung topic na pinag-usapan nila, it's like hitting
Ikaw.
me. Ako yun. So I just said to
Just
myself,
like everybody's experience, ano?
there's no,
Uh-huh.
there's no point wasting time. Why not try the opportunity? And of course, wala akong background ng financial
Yes,
experience as a caregiver.
That's
And
right.
I was a high school graduate when I came to the country. I had no idea how it works. In fact, I failed 4 times in the exam. But again, winners will always find their way to win.
Wow.
So I did not
Yeah.
quit and finally passed the exam. And of course, now it's history.
When did it happen though? Kailan ka nag-join sa WFG?
I joined February 2007. That's when I got my
And
license.
that was 10 years ago?
Yes.
Wow, 10 years
And
ago
I never
na.
looked back. It's been a fun journey.
Uh-huh.
Okay? So, sa kadami kong, of course, 10 years, I have 700 clients in life insurance, of course,
That's right.
and many other investment clients. But the thing that I appreciate so much in the company here is yung edukasyon na binigay sa atin. Okay? As a mom, I had no idea even how to protect my family properly.
Uh-huh. So when you joined the company, ikaw lang ba muna o kasama mo na si Gary nun?
No, I was the one who joined first.
Okay.
Okay? Tapos, asawa ko was working as a full-time registered nurse.
Uh-huh.
He was just there as a background, tried to help a little bit. But
Okay.
actually,
Just a little bit.
yes. He did not really believe that the company could give me the income that I'm looking for. In
That's
fact, he
good,
did not
yeah.
believe that I can retire him and replace his 6-figure income.
Paano nabago yung isip niya? Yung
Actually, yung
paradigms,
nakita na niya that the
shift?
money is coming in. I think that's normal.
Parang show me
yeah,
the
for
money
the
and
spouse.
then,
Yeah, that if you
I'll
bring
believe
money in, they'll start to help and support you. Okay?
So Gary was a full-time
A registered nurse.
registered nurse.
Yeah.
And now your son Cesar is also part of your team.
Yes. he turned-
Did you have to do a little bit of convincing about your son joining the company? Or
No.
Nandun
Actually,
na
my
talaga yung kanya?
son has been seeing what I'd been doing in the business.
Okay.
Mahirap kaming nag-start dahil wala akong babysitter. I used to take him along to see a client and he was 7 years old when I started. Now he is 18.
Yeah.
But at that time, Danny, even 11 o'clock at night, we're still at a client's house. So on the drive home, I would explain to him why mommy is so late
Okay.
outside,
That's right,
still
yeah.
with him.
Uh-huh.
At this time, it's because
And
we want
let's
to help the
repeat
family.
that. The Florence son is Cesar is actually 18 years old now.
10 years
Right?
old, yeah. Yeah, and of course, he got coded. He just waited to turn 18 at midnight. He said to me, Mom, can I get my business code? And I said to him, why don't you sleep? It's almost 1 in the morning. He said, Mom, I want my WFG code. So I signed him up when he was 18. And of course, he's taking the provincial exam very soon.
Okay.
He really believed in what we do. It's because he has seen the travel. He'd been to Hawaii. He'd been to so many different places of the world because
I
of
know,
the company.
yeah, I've seen it, yeah.
So the
Uh-huh.
business has been, giving us the opportunity that we could not have even enjoyed when I was working as an employee. So it's now history, Danny. Life was not easy when we started the business, but I believed in the mission.
In the mission of the company.
And the mission of the company, educating families, giving them the way to choose between mindset of employee or a business owner. And I just thought the freedom that I have in the morning now to wake up without a boss is the greatest feeling that we ever have. Yeah.
But now Gary is no longer working as a nurse, or is he?
I resigned him from his full-time business career. Nursing career when I hit my six-figure income in WFG.
Wow.
And I said to him, would you rather pay so much tax to the government and nothing to declare, working 12-hour shift as a nurse in two different hospitals?
Wow.
Or
in Berry
full-time at RVH and part-time at Scarborough Gen. So.
Okay. Yeah.
But he realized that the tax that he pays is like 40% back to the government. It's not going to get us ahead. So he was burnt out at a young age. So I said to him, if you just join and help me, why not build a business that we can pass down to our son? Because you cannot pass your profession as a nurse to your son anyway.
That's right.
So he got the idea that the way to go is to just join the business. So he's been supporting me 100%. A lot of my clients.
Now, okay. Now Gary is fully engaged sa business. And your son is too.
Yeah.
But si Cesar, nag-aaral pa ba siya? Or,
my son is still going to university next year. He is going to graduate high school this year, but he's balancing it. He even presented some stuff at school. He's recruiting his classmates because he realized that if he can,
age 18,
if he can educate the kids how to have this compound, how to have this what do you call this? The magic of compound interest. The rule of 72. He said it will be better. Okay, for these kids to understand where to invest their money when they start to earn a little bit of money. But what I encourage my son is to do part-time in a financial services industry where he understands how to save money and he can retire properly instead of just spending it on those expensive games like other kids too.
You know that I also have an 18-year-old associate with me.
Really?
Yeah. And she also retired her mom. And that was the proudest moment of my WFG career, right? When she announced to everybody that she is retiring her mom, right? At age 18, di ba? But anyway, now that Gary is fully engaged and your son is engaged in the business as well, and now you have opened an office, right? Your own office dito sa Summer Young and Shepherd.
280 Shepherd.
What is next?
We are just looking at expanding again, bigger, of course. Last year we were in a very small office. Now we are twice as big.
Okay.
But in our team, we have nurses, we have ITs, we have accountants, we have engineers. So we have people from all walks of life and simple caregivers like me. But again, the beauty that I love with WFG is we pick up people from all walks of life.
That's right. And that leads me to my next question to you. That Gary is a registered nurse and now is fully engaged. And you may notice too that there are a lot of WFG associates from the medical industry, right?
Yeah.
We have even medical doctors and of course a lot of nurses. Why do you think there is a lure of medical practitioners getting into the financial service industry, considering the fact that they are known to be big earners or probably been earning quite more than the average employee? Why is that?
You know what? A lot of them, when I talk to these nurses, because I know how much they earn, my husband is a nurse, so I ask them, okay, now, do you want to continue to pay so much taxes to the government or just pay the right tax by owning a business?
Right.
Okay? And secondly is, why don't you join a business, get a code so you can declare your expenses, plus you get financially educated? Because it's not how much you earn that counts anyway, it's what you keep.
That's what you keep,
You might be earning six-figure income, but you're still going to be broke if you don't know how to manage your money. Because I've sat down with doctors who are retired
right?
broke. Okay? So, in this business, you don't even have to be so smart to understand the concept. Okay? You just have to be a student. Remember, I never had the experience myself.
That's
but I
true,
never even dreamed of getting, six-figure income. But it's because of my understanding only. And I became a student. I became coachable. To those people who are already ahead of me, that's what got me, to understand and even to plan for the retirement ahead. That's why
right,
we purchased the retirement home up north 4 years ago because I knew that I can prepare that ahead of time. So these are so many things that we offer to people regardless of how much they earn. Because again, if we can teach them how to save and invest and how to pay the proper tax or right tax to the government, that is something that they get attracted to.
Excellent. So your son Cesar, though, would you encourage him to go through the traditional Filipino mentality of getting a good education and getting a good job in the future or after studies, or would you rather see your son making it big here in World Financial Group?
Actually, Danny, as parents, we always want our kid to finish university regardless. So
So
what the deal is that I want him to finish university just to be on a background thing,
Okay,
backup.
Yeah,
But
that's right.
I want him to do WFG. Why? I asked him, would you rather be an employee or would you rather do a business? Actually, he followed mommy's footsteps. He is taking business entrepreneurship, global entrepreneurship. That's
right.
what he's taking right now. He said, Mom, I don't want to work for a boss.
Yeah.
I
Was
don't-
Gary, question for you though, sorry. Was Gary ever an entrepreneur?
No,
No?
none.
So he got it all from you.
He loves, he loves to be a nurse. And I was encouraging my son to
Yeah.
go for a medical field because, that's what the dad wanted to be, But he said, Mom, it doesn't make sense for me to do the medical field. When you retire, Daddy, from a nursing career, why would you let me do that? And follow the footsteps that he got, that he had.
That's
So I just said, okay, it's up to you now what you want to choose. But if you want to travel the world and have time with your family
There you
next
go.
time,
Yeah.
then own a business.
Then own a business,
Okay,
be in
so-
World Financial Group.
Yes.
Very common among WFG associates is to own an office in the future. That is a common goal, right? Was that a big feat to finally come up with your own office? Your own business presentation? And how did it materialize for you?
Yeah.
did it
Actually, in
happen?
business, Danny, if you want to earn money, you spend money,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Of course, when you open a business and an office, it will, give you a lot of expenses in the beginning. But again, you have to start somewhere. Okay?
That's true.
So it's
Yes,
the same thing if I would open a restaurant anyway. I will buy all the ingredients. I would buy everything, the meat that I need to cook. So all the stuff I still have to pay for. But in the business that we have, you just have a minimal cost. We pay the rent for the office. We run for other expenses,
Right.
but the rest of the supplies is free from the companies.
Okay, that's
So
right.
this is a very good business to start up with because you have a very little capital.
That answers the question though. What is the role of the WFG company to make it happen for you? May tulong ba silang ibinibigay para dun sa gustong mag-start ng opisina? Sa mga gustong mag-start, mayroon ba silang ibinibigay?
Well, actually, there are incentives that they give if
Okay.
you qualify. I did not qualify for the help from the WFG because we are so close to another office location.
Oh.
That depends on the location you are planning to
so
open.
that's the factor, no?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I did not worry about that. I just thought I want to be a business owner and I want to make sure that I have my own office so you are in control. So I decided to just came on board and thank you for all the team's effort because all my team members contributed to that. In
Yeah, I've
fact,
been to your
our
office and
office
I
is
saw
a
your work,
teamwork.
right?
Yeah. It's not that we hired contractors. We did it ourselves.
That's true.
Just electrician fix the stuff, but mostly it's a
yeah.
contribution from
Contribution.
everyone.
It's
So
a
thank you, team, for
it's
helping.
a cumulative effort. Now that your office is fully operational, ano challenges and hurdles that you and Gary have faced and have overcome during the process? And even at this point, madali lang bang mag-run ng opisina in sarili mo?
Well, it is a discipline, Danny. When you
yeah.
have an office, even if you feel sick, of course, sometimes you still have to be there to open an office.
right,
Okay. So again, it has to be starting with the discipline that you have. So when you take a responsibility of owning a business, make sure you're prepared because we don't open and close an office.
That's true.
Right? So,
That's right,
of course,
uh-huh.
I'm there to lead. We are leading by example. And of course, everybody in the team is willing to come up as well, and help out. Sometimes if I'm not available, they're there.
Wow.
And we have a secretary coming up very soon. So there is a help that's coming up.
That's
but
good.
challenges is not going to go. It's in everyday life.
Yeah, it's
whatever
there.
you do.
Yeah.
You just have to,
Yeah.
it's how you handle them.
Okay, that's good. At this point in your WFG career, Florence, would you say that you have learned the ropes of the business strong enough for you to say that, hey, people, I have arrived?
Actually, this is still the beginning of the journey.
Okay.
In business, you're gonna learn a lot as you continue to grow in the business, because in this business it's like the swimming thing. You have to be really jumping in the pool and try to kick, and it's not like overnight stuff. So there's a lot to learn still in the business, and I'm just glad that we have other offices who is supporting us, and there's a webinar that's supporting us also on how to really run the business according to
That's right.
coach's leadership. So with all the support of all our leaders, Agnes Miranda, Elizabeth
Right. Yeah,
Sitasadi. So
yeah.
we have our parents out there
Yeah.
already who are helping us. So it's great. Okay?
Well, you know what? So you have gone a long way, di ba? So ano masasabi mo ngayon sa mga taong when you offer the opportunities, nasabi nila na ayaw nilang gawin dahil unang-una wala silang experience, natatakot sila, wala silang yung skills na nakita nilang akala nila inborn. But it's all acquired, di ba? Ano
Yeah.
masasabi mo doon sa mga taong yun?
Actually, a lot of people, they say no to the business sometimes. It's because they're just so used to the employee mentality. And they would say that that's not my expertise.
Yes,
Oh,
that's
sometimes
right,
they say
yes.
that, oh, I don't talk like you guys. You guys are good in selling. Here, you don't have to be good in speaking. You just have to have the mission in your heart, and you have to have the desire to win. The question you ask is, would you rather work for somebody for the rest of your life?
That's true. Yeah.
Okay? Where you're a captive, like a captive person there by your employer, or would you rather start a business that in case you get fired from your job, you have something to fall back on? In my
Okay.
office, we have a lot of part-timers because we
Right.
start with part-timers. We don't
Uh-huh.
expect people to do this full-time in the
full-time right
beginning.
away. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right. Uh-huh.
in fact, all I have right now are just part-timers.
Uh-huh.
But what happened is my part-timers are now close to their six-figure income, and they're earning more than their full-time
Their
job.
full-time
Yeah,
incomes,
but
yeah.
then they also learn to appreciate what they have learned now, because we teach them just like, the beginners. So it doesn't matter where you came from, what expertise you have.
yeah.
I encourage everyone that
Uh-huh.
even if they don't have the experience or they think the capability to do it, just try it anyway, because in life, when something happens to you towards the end, or when we are already gone to heaven, the only thing that you will regret is the things that you have not tried. So
There you
if you
go.
try the business and if it works,
Yeah.
why not?
There you go, folks. And the only way you can try that they can do it is for you to try doing it. All right, so one quick question before we end the segment. Is there someone here in WFG that you look up to? Sino yun?
Of course. You know, actually, Danny,
Uh-huh.
the lady who started the business, of course, is Tita Agnes.
Right.
Right? I look up to her like my mom, and I learned through their leadership. And there's another lady, Lisita Sadi. So those were the people, actually, who really made me grow in the beginning. Because
Uh-huh.
I had no idea. But they took me, in their wings. And then I slowly learned,
And those
as I
ladies
grew.
are your heroes in the
Yes.
business. All right. So frequently asked questions about life insurance were discussed in our previous episode. But what about the insurance product itself, right? Let's find out when Money Matters at Iba Pa continues.
Marami pang makabulang usapan pagkalipas ng ilang patastas.
What does it take to realize your dreams? To get you there, a vision and positive steps. The same goes to your financial future. At World Financial Group, we help middle-income families identify their dreams. We help them take action to get where they want to go. Whether it's retiring early, buying a home, or sending your children to college, it's never too early to start working towards your dreams. So I suggest you call Agnes Miranda today. Telephone number 905-760-8677 or at 416-702-9693. To secure your family's future, think of World Financial Group.
Meet your source of information and entertainment. PinoyRadio.com. I love Filipino music. MCBN TV. Connecting our world. Your newest online Filipino television. Crosswave Radio. The right hit music mix. And MCBN Radio. North America's news and public affairs. And multicultural radio. This is MCBN Media Group. The biggest thing to ever hit the digital world. MCBN. Now, bigger and better.
Saan man mapunta, hinahanap-hanap kita. Nais ko ay marinig, ganda ng iyong tinig. Mula noon hanggang ngayon, lumipas man ang panahon. Puso'y di magbabago, ikaw lang aawitin ko. I love Filipino music. Pinoy Radio. I love Filipino music. Pinoy Radio. I love Filipino music. Pinoy Radio. I love Filipino music. Pinoy Radio.
Muli natin balikan si Danny sa Money Matters at Iba Pa.
All right, we're back live here in Money Matters at Iba Pa with Florence de Guzman and with our future WFG associate, Ryan Pepper.
Yeah, Ryan, come on board with us,
Yan
Ryan.
na yan, yan na yan.
Yeah, this is it for you.
Anyway, Manguera and Amarillo family here in Toronto. Kumusta kayong lahat dyan? And nice to see you again yesterday, Kimberly White of Parry Sound, Ontario. And of course, congratulations for passing the first module certification and the LLQP exam. Keep going, and I know you can make it. And of course, on May 10, by the way, our WFG team is bringing the meeting to the people in Parry Sound, Ontario. Anyone listening from the neighboring towns and districts of Parry Sound like Sudbury and even Barrie, right? You're most welcome to join us. We'll make the final announcement of the place and the time of the meeting next Sunday here on Money Matters at Iba Pa. So to sum up our discussion from our last episode, life insurance provides your loved ones or beneficiaries with a sum of money when you die, right? This money can be used to help pay off a mortgage, pay for a child's education, pay for the deceased person's estate taxes, and other sorts of payments. And there are two major categories of life insurance, and these are term life insurance, which covers you for a certain number of years at any stage of your life, and the permanent life insurance. Refers to any life insurance contracts other than group or term life insurance. And Florence, sa ating business, we have the three most popular kinds of insurance or life insurances, okay? We have the term insurance, we have the whole life, and then we have the universal life insurance. And in the United States, they have the variable universal life insurance. And I heard, anong dinig mo? Darating na ba dito sa atin, sa Canada?
Well, actually, the index insurance, UL insurance that they're looking for, I'm not sure if it's gonna happen here yet. The taxation is
Hindi
different.
pa, no?
Yeah, but we would love
we're
it
still
here.
looking. So ngayon po, isa-isahin po natin yon. So term insurance is the cheapest way to get a guaranteed life insurance benefit for a defined amount of time. It has two design features which make it attractive this way. A contractual guarantee in both the premiums, di ba? When you sign up for term insurance, yung premium na yon is guaranteed not to increase,
For a
right,
certain
for a
time.
certain period of time. Okay? So depending on the company, the age of the insured and other factors is also considerable factors. No capability of accumulating cash inside the policy.
Yeah.
Kaya mura yung term insurance, di ba? You can't pay an extra premium to get extra benefit as well. Hindi na pwedeng baguhin, di ba? You cannot transfer money from other accounts into the policy.
No.
Even if it's a, di ba yung term insurance natin is renewable and convertible, but you cannot transfer any accounts or funds from other policy into the term insurance policy. And the carrier will not pay dividends or apply interest to your account. This product is ideal for covering yourself for a single need, right? For a specific amount of time. This could include indemnifying a mortgage or business loan, meeting the obligations of a personal loan, or bridging the gap until life insurance is no longer necessary, right? The kicker, of course, is that if you outlive this time, yun ang ano doon, di ba? Is still for whatever reason need coverage, then term insurance could become extremely pricey. Mahal, right? The price typically increases astronomically after the guarantee period. Okay. So Florence, based on your experience, since the term insurance literally covers just the death, when do you recommend it to your clients? Or do you ever recommend term insurance to your clients?
Actually, Danny, for me, I have to tell you, there is no right or wrong insurance for somebody. That depends on the client's needs. I have sold term insurance, for example, for some caregivers who are new to the country and cannot afford to have an expensive one yet. In fact, my claim for cancer, for critical illness, it was only a term insurance for 10 years because that's all she can afford when she came. But then in 3 months or 6 months, we can convert that because we have renewable and convertible
That's
term.
right.
But however, there are also times that I will put term rider to my insurance. Like if you have a life insurance policy, that's
Okay.
UL, you can add up a term rider if it is for a mortgage
Or
or
to
if
be
you have
layered.
little children. Because during the time that the kids are still young, the responsibility of the parents is high.
That's right.
But if I put a $500,000, 20 years term, 20 years from now, the kids are grown up. If that is going to lapse and they don't want to renew because it's too expensive, and there is a base amount of 100,000 or 200,000 UL, that's not bad. Why? The parents, when they happen to die, for example, they're not a burden to the kids because they have the base coverage,
That's right.
the UL, but the term insurance is done if they don't want to convert, but the house is probably almost fully paid and the kids are grown up and can find a job.
That's right.
So really, it depends on the needs of the client. But for some people, they not believe in other products that we have because they're only sold to the idea of buying term. They have no idea that at age 70, they do not already have the funds to pay for it because they're already retired.
Right.
By the time you retire at 65, you already worry about your rent and stuff. And what's the pension you get from the
That's
government?
right.
It's very little money.
And besides, magkaroon ka ng medical condition,
Yes.
yun ang isa pa, di ba?
Yeah. So I have a client actually who came to me. I had to, this is from another company, and I don't have to mention the company's
Okay.
name.
Yeah.
This is the company who just sells term. So at age 70, he got a bill that he has to pay $530 a month if he has to continue with his policy.
570.
Yes.
Okay.
Now he's only collecting $836 government's pension. So the daughter was upset, and I had to change it to a UL because the daughter said, "I have no money to bury you." So he ended up buying 50,000, which is very expensive. It's $280. It's because the daughter forced his dad to buy the policy in case something happens to him. That's the money that's for the final expense. But again, good thing the guy was very healthy.
Yeah.
No illnesses, nothing. So that's why I said, see, this
At
is a lesson.
70 years old,
Yes, he still plays basketball. I said, this is the lesson that people should learn. When we do not know about this product, okay, we refuse to learn stuff, we pay the consequences later on.
That's true. Yeah.
What happens?
Yeah,
People refuse
exactly.
to learn about insurance because they think it's useless. But they have no idea that this is the product that would save everybody from all their problems. Danny, just to let you know, when I came to the country as a caregiver, my friend died here, not because she was sick. The doctor made a mistake
Oh.
in that surgery. Now,
Really? Yeah.
it's just a gallstone. Supposed to be she's an outpatient, but what happened is that something happened. She died of internal hemorrhage. I was a caregiver, no papers yet in Canada. I had to raise funds, collect money from the caregiver to send the dead body home. So when I had my papers, I said, I got to go and learn this. Because once I learn the proper foundation, I can help so many families.
Right.
And that lady, the body was flown home with a 5-year-old daughter, now never came back. They were from Bicol. So to me, when I got my papers, I said, this is what I'm going to do. I don't care if my friends are not going to join me, but I got to educate myself about finances on how to cover myself. I was insured for 100,000 when I came to Canada 26 years ago. Nobody asked me for the needs. Okay? How many brothers and sisters do I have? We're 11 in the family. I'm the number 10 child, the first one out of the country at that time. Had I died before, they can pay my
What would
credit
have
card.
happened, no? Yeah, diba?
They can bury me, but what's left over? I can't help my brothers and sisters back home. Then I got married and had a kid. Had I died with 100,000, my son can bury me, can pay the credit cards, but he can't finish paying my houses and he can't go to school because
That
mom
is
was
true,
so
yeah.
underinsured. So I studied 5 different companies. I have canceled 5 different policies, paying 5 years here, 5 years there. I finally decided to study about life insurance. And then, of course, I insured myself, make sure that 2 houses are covered when I die. My son did not have to go through the
Right.
same
Yeah.
pain because he understood, and I understood as a mother. That's how much I love my son. But that depends on the family and the
Right.
people right now.
Yeah. So going back
Yeah.
to the term insurance policy though.
Yeah.
Would you recommend the term insurance policy kung kunyari yung tao, yung kliyente mo, nandun pa rin niya kayang mindset na insurance is an expense.
Yeah.
So naghahanap siya ng pinakamurang
Yeah.
babayaran to cover himself up.
Yeah.
Still-
Now,
Mhm.
I will recommend term insurance
Yeah.
if that's all they can afford. End of the day, it's their budget that matters. Better than nothing. But I would also recommend something, a little bit of coverage that would keep him for final
Okay.
expense. You know, we have Everest.
That's true.
Okay? So again, that depends on the person's budget. When we sit down with them, we make sure they understand.
And I think that is the luxury of being in World Financial Group because we have all these products that we can work around. Diba? Okay, so excellent point. Now, the next type of insurance, the whole life policy. Ano yung whole life policy? It says here that whole life insurance is a contract with premiums that includes insurance and investment components. The insurance component pays a predetermined amount when the insured individual dies. Predetermined amount, right? So that means it's a fixed amount.
Yeah.
The investment component builds an accumulated cash value the insured individual can borrow against or withdraw. This is the most basic type of a cash value life insurance. So whole life insurance provides policyholders with the ability to accumulate wealth as regular premium payments cover insurance costs. These payments also contribute to equity growth, right? In a savings account, which is called dividends or interest can build up in this account tax deferred. If the whole life policy is participating, by the way, there are 2 types of whole life policy, right? Just the standard whole life policy and the participating whole life policy. As indicated by its name, whole life insurance protects an individual for his entire life. This is the most basic type of whole life insurance, also known as straight life, traditional, or the permanent whole life insurance. So when do you recommend a whole life insurance coverage?
Well, actually, Danny, the whole life insurance, that's the oldest form of insurance before that people only offer. Okay, before Universal came out, it was only term and whole life.
It's true, yes.
Right? Whole life is an expensive insurance.
Okay.
But there's still companies that sell that. We still carry that through our own company,
We do,
Equitable.
yes,
Yes. But I don't offer a lot of whole life insurance now. When I present them whole life and UL, my client now pick the universal life.
That's right.
Okay, but they understand of the flexibility. In whole life, it's fixed.
That's
You
right,
got to
that's true.
pay. If
It's
your
locked
premium
in.
is fixed, you cannot lower it down. That's fixed. And then they say they pay dividends, but dividends not guaranteed.
That's true.
Right? So that's why to me, mostly 700 clients of mine mostly are universal life. I also show them if this is something that you want, we look at the whole life illustration, so I let them pick. But end of the day, they end up choosing the UL instead of whole life. It's because of the flexibility, and if they cannot pay the money, there is fund value. So the policy will not lapse.
Okay.
So
That's true. We will
yeah.
talk about universal life
Yeah.
policy when we return. Pero yung the whole life policy is a locked-in amount that you applied for. The coverage is locked in. Ang problema doon kung kunyari nabago ang sitwasyon mo sa buhay mo.
Yeah.
Say you had a mortgage and all, and then you want to cover the mortgage, hindi mo pwedeng i-layer ang policy.
No.
You have to apply for a new one before you can even get covered. But anyway, when we return, when Money Matters Alibaba returns, we'll talk about the universal life policy.
Marami pang makabulang usapan pagkalipas ng ilang patastas.
What does it take to realize your dreams? To get you there, a vision and positive steps. The same goes to your financial future. At World Financial Group, we help middle-income families identify their dreams. We help them take action to get where they want to go. Whether it's retiring early, buying a home, or sending your children to college, it's never too early to start working towards your dreams. So I suggest you call Agnes Miranda today. Telephone number 905-760-8677 or at 416-702-9693. To secure your family's future, think of World Financial Group.
Narito na ang palatuntunang tutulong sa inyo para makapag-impok, gumawa ng pera, palaguin ang tanging yaman, at ingatan ang pinaghirapan. Financial freedom, yan ang aming ambag sa inyo every time you listen. So make it a habit every Sunday at 3 p.m. Habang kayo at ang inyong pamilya ay aming tinutulungan, nakakatulong rin kami sa ating pamayanan. Mapapakinggan sa PinoyRadio.com at mapapanood sa MCBN.tv. Mga kaibigan, ito ang Money Matters at iba pa. Muli natin balikan si Danny sa Money Matters at iba pa.
All right. Money Matters returns still with Florence de Guzman here. And Tita Agnes, mag-usap na lang po tayo mamaya. I don't think we have time to call you in. Tatapusan lang namin ang aming usapan tungkol dito sa life insurance policies. So what is next, Florence? Let's talk about the Universal Life Insurance Policy. Universal Life Insurance is a type of flexible permanent life insurance offering the low-cost protection of term life insurance as well as a savings element. A combination of both ng permanent and the temporary coverage, di ba? And which is invested, yung life savings element is invested to provide a cash value build-up. Yun yung fund value na tinatawag. The death benefit savings component and premiums can be reviewed and altered as policyholders' circumstances change. Nandun yung tinatawag nating flexibility sa insurance policy. Unlike whole life insurance, universal life insurance allows the policyholder to use the interest from his accumulated savings to help pay premiums over time. Ano yung tinatawag natin sa Ivari?
It's holiday
There
premium.
you go. It's holiday premiums. Okay. Universal life insurance was created under the umbrella of permanent life insurance options to provide more flexibility than the whole life insurance. Premiums within a universal life insurance policy are broken down by the insurance company into two categories. First is the cost of insurance and saving component known as the cash value. The cost of insurance must be covered so the policy remains in force. Diba? But premiums may be shifted over time based on the policyholder's needs. Premiums paid over the minimum cost of insurance accumulate within the cash value portion of the policy, and funds can be used to pay premiums. Ang maganda pa rito, di ba, we have 3 options in universal life policy to make use of the fund value. Ano yun na, Florence? We have a policy loan.
Yeah, and you can use that for holiday premium. The fund value
That's
is
true.
something that you
We
can-
have the net withdrawal that you don't even have to put the money back into the cash value because it's your savings anyway, right? At saka yung universal life policy, pwede mong gamitin as collateral. If say for example, kung gusto mong bumili ng other property o kailangan meron kang emergency, you can go to the bank if you have fund value policy and make a loan. Ang maganda dito, hindi mo gagamitin yung cash value ng pera, it's still accumulating on a compounding interest rate, di ba? So, nababawasan ba ang death benefit kapag kinuha mo yung pera sa fund value mo?
No, actually, yung sa universal life policy, this is what I've been doing because I have so many loans from my clients, okay,
Yes,
from their policy. Every time there is a letter that's sent to the client, every year they receive a statement. It
yes,
says loanable amount. Now, I also experienced it myself because I took a loan from my own universal life
Okay.
policy when I bought my cottage.
Yes,
This is the policy that my son
Yes,
is
we did
insured
too.
and I'm the owner. Yeah.
Okay.
So what
Yeah.
happened is that I have the choice to pay it back. If I don't want to, it's okay. They'll take it from the debt benefit. But I encourage people to put it back when they take a loan so they accumulate money again for
That's
their
right.
later years.
And especially if they're thinking about the retirement.
Yes,
Di ba?
yes.
Uh-huh.
But what happens, Danny, is that it says there that for our product that I have in one of the companies that we have, it says that you pay 10% interest, but then 8% is returned to the shadow account. So you end up paying just 2% for the loan.
That's
Okay,
right.
so different companies have different rates,
Policies, uh-huh.
right? But again, the thing that we have, I encourage my people when they open a universal life insurance, is that they have to overfund their policy because
That's
universal life insurance is for you also to use the cash value when you retire if you decide to. But again, as mentioned earlier, you can use the policy as collateral. You can give it to the bank
That's right.
and take the money how you want it. If it's one lump sum or a few monthly that you want them to give it to you, they can do it too. But again, there are some different rules in different companies, universal life insurance. But to me, universal life insurance is very helpful. Why? The flexibility. I have so many people
Okay.
who have saved their policies because they bought universal life.
That's true. Uh-huh.
When they go home to the Philippines, some getting married, some have emergency on vacations. They go 3 months holiday premium, some 6 months, and even my own family.
That's right.
My
yeah.
brother-in-law did not pay for 2 years for his universal life insurance, but there was a cash value. I mean, a fund value that covered the insurance cost. So that's why I said, if you really understand the universal life insurance, this is the best plan because it's like a hybrid.
That's right. So, what question for you though? What's holding people back to get a universal life policy?
Now, there are some people that they said, I don't want to invest a lot because why do I have to invest so much money in insurance? What's in there for me? They have no idea that there is some money that's growing there that's tax deferred, that by the time you invest money, it's better than doing it on RRSP. But again, if people don't understand that, we make sure that they sit down and they get one of our Saving Your Future book, for example, so they understand how it works, right? But some people are not into that because they are so used to buying term, which is so cheap.
That's true. Uh-huh.
Okay, and there's so many agents out there that are like sharks. They want to just ruin everybody's, policy by saying this and saying that. The thing that I advise to them is, why don't you come on board and learn? Why do you have to let other people manage your finances if you can? So if you can understand the difference between UL, whole life and term, you're winning.
And how
Right?
do you answer to those people na sinasabi nila, why would I invest my money into universal life policy? May banko naman, di ba?
I always tell them, if you invest your money at the bank, mostly it's in mutual fund.
Okay.
Right? And of course, sometimes when you invest money in the bank, there's no beneficiary. If you happen to go, they give that money to the estate if you don't have a will. Which one would you rather have? Don't you want to have a financial advisor that takes care of your financial account? Because having a financial advisor taking care of your finances, if you call me 24/7, you need to withdraw money, I'm open all the time. What about the banks? They have certain times that they only open.
Yeah.
Right? So, but they don't understand that sometimes when you invest money at the bank, they don't even ask you, where do you want to invest it? They are managing it for you. When the market drops, it drops too. You have no
That's true,
idea.
yeah.
Whereas if they invest
Okay.
it in a seg fund, which we have, there is a guarantee, maturity guarantee and death guarantee, plus it is going to bypass the probate fees. So there are so many things that we're supposed to.
There is a beneficiary assigned to it.
Yes.
There we go.
Yes. So if you have a lot of debts out there,
Uh-huh.
this is a creditor's proof investment.
Yeah, shelter.
But people don't know because
Yeah,
the banks don't offer them.
Yeah.
So,
So
that's
would you consider universal life policy though as one of the best investments there is so far?
well, I would recommend that people invest, but this is not just one basket that they put their money in because you have to remember that when you invest in UL, this is a long-term investment. The first 10 years you got to finish it.
But
'Cause
how
we have-
about if you diversify? Because in the universal life policy, you can also diversify your investment there, diba? Depending on your tolerance.
Yes.
Risk tolerance.
So this is one of the choices of the investment to help them for their retirement. But I recommend also that they have another investment like TFSAs for emergency funds that they want it too soon because
TFSA is liquid, diba?
Yes.
Right? Uh-huh.
and then it's tax-free as well.
Tax-free as well.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So universal life insurance is great. Not everybody's going to get approved with that, but it is also a very good vehicle to use because it's like investing in dollar cost averaging because you're just putting a little bit of money every month. Right? When the market drops, you did not lose so much if you just put $100.
That's true.
And next
Yeah.
month when the market changes, you again just put $100.
Yeah.
So that is really a very safe investment method that you can use
true.
because
Excellent.
dollar cost averaging is
Excellent point.
built in.
Excellent point. But for the benefit of the listening public, we have the increasing and the level type of universal life policy. How does these two differentiate?
It's funny how you talk about that today because yesterday I was just training it in the office on how do we choose the increasing and the level. So I ran the illustration.
I like
If
your
this
mind.
is if this is the money that you have to put and I put increasing the benefit, okay, the cost of insurance is higher.
Okay.
So the savings part is lower because more money goes to the
A
cost
little
of
bit,
insurance.
yes.
Yeah. So I let the client pick which one would you rather have, the level or the increasing death benefit? Because we have different kinds of universal life. So the client is young. She's 34 years old. And
Okay.
she said, no, I'd rather have the level death benefit because I want to accumulate more funds for my retirement years. So
Yeah.
again,
Yeah.
there is no wrong product. It depends on what the person wants.
And that is why we also have to do the financial needs analysis because first and foremost, before even writing up an insurance policy, we need to actually define the needs of the client, diba?
Yeah.
Kasi may mga level naman ng policy that you can be increasing if you overfund a policy. Diba? It does not have to be increasing. The only thing about the increasing is that, whatever accumulation in the fund value, it goes on top of the death benefit. And over time, it will come up to a lot of money to the beneficiaries, diba?
Yes.
So, you recommend universal life all the time?
Most of the time, it's universal life. And mind you, I have a few clients also who choose the increasing death benefit, okay, because they want to leave a lot to their kids. But there are some people who don't want to leave a lot of coverage to their kids. They just choose the level, so there is more accumulation. So again, whatever the clients needs, that's what you give them. But you got to show them the advantage and disadvantage of both of them.
That's right.
That's how I present it to them.
Okay, excellent. Now, you mentioned about the overfunding of the policy. What is the extreme that they can go to?
Yeah. Actually, when you do illustration, it is specified in the front how much is the maximum you can contribute because if you go beyond, then the government will tax you.
That's right.
So it is already printed in the front of the illustration, Danny, based on their age. And again, it's flexible. They
That's
can
right.
maximize it or they can just do the minimum funding, however they want it. But it is all specified in our illustration when we
right.
do that.
And for the benefit of all listening public too, there is a minimum and maximum that you can contribute in the universal life policy. And as you mentioned a while ago, if you overfunded, extremely overfunded, it can be a taxable side account, di ba? Kasi may perang nabubuo dun sa side account. No? If you want to use that money, then that is considered as your income. Hindi ba?
Yeah.
Okay. That is an excellent view. Anyway, ano ang susunod sa mga plano mo, Florence? Now that you have an office, now that your family is engaged fully in the business, what is the next,
Our
on the
goal
list?
actually, Danny, sorry, we're very excited, but our goal is to really develop more trainers and get more licensed people. The goal is to have 100 licensed agents end of the year. I have 40 right now. But I have to train these people to really understand how to build a proper financial foundation so they can help so many families out there. We need to carry the mission to educate 1 million family, right, in 2020. I can't do this by myself, but by multiplying myself and training a lot of agents out there to do the right thing, carry the right mission. That is something that could help educate so many families who don't really understand about proper financial foundation.
That's right. I can see you're really passionate about what you do. Is this passion developed over the years or ganito ka na talaga?
Actually,
or because of, you know what happened, yung naibigay sa'yo ng WF?
Yeah, not only that. Actually, what really got me to do this, again, the story of my friend dying before without protection. And my father-in-law died without anything. My mom almost lost her house because there was no money left behind for the mortgage. And again, my own claim, I delivered a debt check to my own accountant who died, and he was only 1 year with me. This is when we came back from Hawaii.
Wow.
He wasn't sick at all. But then he just felt that his right leg lost power, and then we didn't realize he was 54 at that time, and he did not know he had brain tumor. And then, of course, the hospital found out with the CT scan when it was too late. It was stage 4. So after buying universal life insurance, he died after a year. And when I delivered that check to the family, 376,000, I thought this is the best feeling you can have, that when the breadwinner is gone, the wife still can pay the mortgage and continue the life. It's because we educated the guy. But before that, his insurance was at the bank. If I did not educate him, the bank could have just paid the mortgage balance. Nothing for the kid to go back to university. It's because of our job to educate people, so these people get
mission,
educated. And that, to me, is very important, because end of the day is, who do you really help? It's not like rah with whatever I accomplish. It's how many lives I have touched and actually help out there by just giving them the right protection, because the breadwinner is gone. So that's why my mission is so strong, and I believe so much in this. That's why I covered myself. You know, our product here is from womb to tomb, from womb to tomb, and of course we have everything that we carry. So to me, I'm a big missionary of all this, of what we do, and regardless of negativity out there, I'm still going on and proving them wrong, because I know that only through this financial foundation that we have, that we can get ahead in life. Thank you.
You know what? Next time I wanna guest you again, and I want to talk about the claim. But you know what? That's excellent. Thank you so much. And may isa pa akong tanong sa'yo, which is nakalimutan ko na. Because of that information that you had given us. Ready na ba kayo sa Hawaii?
We're so excited because this is the first time.
And how many people are you bringing to Hawaii?
Well, we brought to New Orleans 29. This time we want to double, so 50 and up. Looking forward to, to going. This is my third time going to Hawaii.
That's excellent. So any parting words to the listeners, sa team mo, sa opisina mo, everybody?
I would like to thank my team, of course, and I would like them, of course, to carry the mission. I know you guys are very good team players. I could not have done this without you guys. This is a teamwork business. And of course, to the listeners, please do not be skeptical. End of the day, if you learn, you have nothing to lose. Just come on board, check us out. We have box that's free, Saving Your Future. It can save your future. It saves us too. So if you can help your other friends, this is for us to go together, because we cannot really revolutionize the world by ourselves. But we need you there, guys, to also help us carry the mission. Thank you.
Wow. So please tune in next Sunday again to our new episode. And sana kasama pa rin natin si Florence next Sunday dito sa Money Matters sa Di Ba Pa. We're gonna be talking about supplemental insurance products like the critical illness, long-term care, disability, and all. And I believe next Sunday we have the power couple from Hamilton, Nelia and Care Destacamento. And of course, sana kasama ka pa rin namin next Sunday. It has been a pleasure to have you on the program, Florence. Thank you so much. Remember though that money is important. It does really matter, but you know what? You don't really have to spend the rest of your life working for it. Right?
I agree.
Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. I will see you soon. Sebastian Almadal Urbilo, Money Matters at Di Ba Pa says, Mabalos, thank you, goodbye, and God bless you all.
Isa na namang makabuluhang edisyon ang inyong natunghayan sa Money Matters at Di Ba Pa. Hanggang sa susunod ng pagtatanghal, Linggo, ganap na 3:00 ng hapon, Eastern Time. Samahan ng inyong partner sa pagyaman, Danny Orbilio. Money Matters at Di Ba Pa. Muling pakinggan sa PinoyRadio.com at panoorin sa MCBN.tv.
Abangan today sa Kuya Quiz.
Ilang ulit mo nang itinawag